I couldn't move my thumb.
What?
Like I couldn't even, like, it would get stuck. When they picked up Tony, they got shit on. You know what I mean? In the last 6 months, we did like 600K. 600K.
Like. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, FaZe Swagg, here with my co-host, Matt. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a genuine legend in the building, man. He has been in the scene since you were in diapers. My dog, FaZe ZooMaa, man. What's good? How you doing, man? Thank you, bro.
Chris? Man, I'm getting old after saying that. He said, you been in diapers?
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm ung status, man.
Wait, how old are you?
26.
How old are you?
I'm 29, bro.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
I'm pushing 30.
23?
Yeah, he's a baby, bro.
He's not 23.
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 28. I'm 28.
Okay. Yeah,
So you believe this?
I
See,
believed
got
it. I
little-
did believe
you know what I'm
it.
saying? Like little baby face and shit, man. But it's awesome to have you on here, man. You know, your story is so, like, it's so cool, and I definitely want to hear just about it in general. We go way back, too.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
How long have we known each other for?
2 years, bro. I remember when you were just getting started. I always remember the video with me, Attach, and we were doing the sneaker shopping.
Yes.
Whoa.
That was like when I first like met you.
Yes, this was at the first ever CDL event.
What?
Couple months before Warzone came out. It was like in January. Warzone came out in March. I remember we were sitting talking, and were you still competing at that time?
I was competing, yeah.
was,
we
but
were at an event.
But I think you were talking about how you were starting up your I think you were just starting the flank.
Not a flank. I didn't start the flank till I retired.
Yeah, so I feel like you were thinking about more
I was
content.
definitely doing more content-oriented stuff. It was hard when you compete to do content because you're just so locked in. Like, you got to perform when you compete.
100%.
So it was just like a whole different energy when I was actually playing. But once I retired, it was just, I had so much time to actually stream, make videos. But you were just getting started. You were doing player interviews, weren't you?
Yeah, so I was doing interviews, but I had like a million subs at the time, and I was kind of just preparing for Warzone. I think we were talking about, did they announce it at that time? I don't think they even announced it. No. So it was just more so, yeah, just doing multiplayer content. I obviously have watched you for a while. You know, you played, CDL and just overall competitive COD for a long time. So,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. Literally 2 months later, Warzone came out, and it just all just went.
It boomed.
And then you retired. How many years after that was it?
I started the flank right away. I played for about 8-9 years, and then obviously hand problems, ended up taking a step back. I didn't have nothing when I retired. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was thinking about coaching. I almost became a coach.
What year was this?
This was, when did I retire? Probably 2021 maybe. Okay. I don't even know. Time be flying, but I've been retired for about 4 years, so around 2021. And yeah, I ended up starting the flank. I wanted to lean more into like the content side of things, so I just went all in, to be honest.
You kind of started the whole, I'm going to say it right now, he started the watch party stuff.
Yeah, I did.
He started the watch party
in the Call of Duty space, like there was nobody doing watch parties in the COD space. And at the time when I first started, I was doing full webcam because I wasn't allowed to show gameplay. Oh. So I was doing watch parties with just my face. Like, you couldn't even see the game, so people were just linking up the game with my face. So it was real like fucked up.
Nah, that's fire though. I feel like you built, like, you probably have like one of the strongest communities on Twitch.
Oh yeah, the community is incredible, bro. I'm so blessed and so grateful.
It's crazy.
It's nuts, dude. It's crazy. Like, they've stuck by me since I retired, and it's only gotten bigger. And I couldn't be more happy with the community that we've built, right? Because without them, I would be nothing without them. So
I get it, man. That's fire though.
Huge shout out to them, man. And
what do you call them again?
The ZooMAFia, yeah, ZooMafia,
That's hard.
yeah, ZMF,
Okay,
ZMF, the ZooMafia, and yeah, bro, it's been crazy. When I took a step back and retired, like I said, I almost became a GM of a team or like a coach of a team. Like, I was looking more on the business side of things. And I was like, man, I owe it to myself to try and go full in on content and see if I can, pull something. And then first 2 months, 20,000 subs. Like,
it was crazy. I remember I was like, bro, this is insane.
It was blowing up. Like, it was nuts. And then I pretty much just been doing it every day since, but I've been grinding since. If you go look at the charts, I'm live pretty much every day, for 4 years. I mean, I've had occasional like days off here, travel days and stuff like that, but it's consistency, man. That's what it's all about. You got to be consistent, and that's what I've been doing for 4 years, bro. Consistent content. It's been good.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for people who go live every day. Like, I go live, like, but like I like taking the days off.
Sometimes you need it. I mean, you don't want to do it so much to the point where you start losing yourself on the camera, right? People are like, damn, this guy needs to go to sleep or something. Like, what's wrong with this guy? So you definitely got to take some time to get the mental straight, right? You don't want to overdo it, but I am live for most of the time, and plus CDL is on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then throughout the week I got like other stuff that I like to do. So Mondays are usually my day off, which is why I'm here. So you know,
Let's go.
I figure I got some time to stop by, hang out with the boys.
I love it. Appreciate it, man.
Dude,
Yes, for
thank you,
sure.
bro. I
Of
wanted
course.
to kind of learn more about who you are behind the camera. Can you kind of share a bit kind of how your life was right before you became a pro? Like what
Yeah.
led you to Call of Duty?
Yeah, for sure. Growing up was different. I had a single mom. I mean, my dad's still around now. My dad was in prison when I was young. He was in prison for 5-6 years.
No way.
Yeah, and then he ended up getting deported to Italy.
Wow.
So he lives in Italy now.
No way.
and
He lives in Italy right now.
Right now, yeah. He lives in. I just got off the phone with him on the way here. Yeah, I was just talking to him. He's like, "Hey, what's going on? What are you doing over there?" By the way, I said, "I'm doing
No
all right,
accent.
Pop. Doing good." He's chilling in Italy. He lives in Napoli right now. My family's we're from Calabria. We're Calabrese, so
Where's that? Where's that at? in
the
Italy?
south. So you know
South?
how Italy's like a boot.
Yeah.
We're like right on the heel of the boot, like all the way down south, in a little small town called Spielinga.
How close is that to like Positano? Like how close is that?
Dude, I'm gonna be. I have no.
I never been
I
to Italy.
went to Italy like probably 5 times when I was younger. I used to go all the time.
You haven't went
and-
since you're adult,
Bro, I haven't been to Italy in a minute, bro.
What?
Yeah, I haven't been in a minute.
bro.
Bro, it's funny you react like that because that's how my family reacts. Like they're pissed. Like they want me to go. Like,
Bro, if I'm you, I'm there every summer.
yeah, that's what I'm
my
saying.
feet up
Hey.
eating pasta and chilling.
I
Like.
mean, that's what I said with the streams and stuff. I'm consistent, bro. Like I don't like to miss. Like I don't want to take a week or 2 off. Like I like to keep it consistent. But I mean, it's getting to that point now where like, I got to take a trip.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Go see my pops. Go hang out with him. It was cool because when we were competing, you know, any event overseas, my dad's banned from the U.S. So you know he can't come to the
He
U.S.
can't he can't ever come back.
Nah, he's banned. You know, he's banned. You know, he's trying to come back now, man. He's got business here, property. You know, he's trying to come back. It's been a while, and the lawyers are on the case. But just to bring you back to the childhood stuff. So my mom was like my rock, right? Like she was the one who drove me to all the soccer practices, and that's all I did, bro. Soccer. I didn't play
What
a lot of
position?
video games. I play anywhere in the midfield.
Cool.
Usually in the center. I play for an academy team called Match Fit Chelsea. So I was in like the academy program.
Wow.
So we were sponsored by Chelsea. I got all the
That's
Chelsea
sick.
gear and shit. So I thought I was the man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
for
thought he
sure.
was going.
Yeah, I thought I was going to,
next
to the
Ronaldo.
pros and shit. But yeah, it was a lot of work, bro. Like we were training, like it. When you play for an academy like that, it's like the training's like no joke.
Legit,
you know?
yeah.
And, you know, there's like 25 to 30 people on a team, and only 18 go to games. So like practices were like tryouts every single day.
Wow.
How hard is it for like put it in perspective for me, like, because I kind of understand what it takes to be like a pro in basketball and like what you need to have. As far as soccer, I don't watch it that much, so I want to ask you both because I know you're a massive soccer fan too. Like, what is it that makes someone so great in soccer? Like.
Soccer's tough, bro.
It sounds like a dumb question, but I'm like
No, it's
as
true.
far as like
Soccer's
just
tough.
skill wise, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, there's a lot to it. I mean, obviously pace, speed. I feel like technical ability with the ball is really important. Awareness, like you got to know where you're at on the field. Got to be able to look around you, find the space, you know, knowing where people are at. That's why I love playing in the center because I was growing up, I was really small. I didn't grow to college. So in the midfield, I could just like kind of use my technical ability to get around. That's why I was in the academy to begin with. It's just my
fire.
technical ability. But you know, if I was going shoulder to shoulder, I was getting bodied, bro. Like I'm going up against people that are like fucking 6'5", fucking way bigger than me,
Yeah.
way stronger than me, you know. So being like at the time like I'm 5'10" now, but I was 5'5", 5'6" at the time. You know, I'm like the little Italian kid in the middle of the field. You know, it was all about like technical ability. But here in the States, bro, like I just don't think the academies do it like they do overseas. I feel like it's really hard.
yeah, why
to,
are we so far behind in soccer? Like,
Yeah,
Bruh,
I thought the same thing always.
I think personally, just the way that they coach in America is just not the same. Like I feel like they focus so much on just like strength and physicality here, where like they
It has
focus
to
more
be
on the
s-
technical
it
side
has
and
to
over
be.
in
'Cause I
Europe
feel
and
there's so
stuff.
many more resources here. I feel like they're just, you know, you have access to better just facilities, equipment. You know what I mean? Like it's just better.
Yeah, but you also gotta understand, like in different countries and shit, like that's all they do is live and breathe football, right?
Yeah, that's like
Soccer.
a religion.
So
over there.
yeah, it's their only sport. It's like the biggest sport in the world, bro. Like
Yeah.
over here in the States, there's so many other sports like football, basketball, baseball. Like so many kids get pushed into those programs and pushed into those sports. Where in other countries, like soccer's all they got, bro. Like that's their go-to sport. Go to the beach in Italy, or you go anywhere in Italy, everybody's got a soccer ball. Everybody's got a, you know, everybody's passing the ball around.
That's tough.
You know, so it's like, yeah, it's just different, you know, depending on where you go. But growing up, I was playing in the academy, and I ended up getting hurt. I tore my ACL. And that like put me on the sideline for like 9-10 months. Like I was out for a while, and when I was out, I was just playing COD like casually with my friends, and I was obviously whooping their ass. They're like, dude, what the hell's going on? Like, how are you this good at COD? Like, what's happening right now? And they were the ones, my friend Mike Nizak, shout out to Mike. He's a firefighter back home. I'm born and raised in New Jersey, so he was the one who was like, yo, there's an event, UMG Philadelphia. You should give it a try. Like, you should go play through the amateur scene, whatever. I was playing tournaments online at the time, trying to make some money. I made like $100, $200 a week, and you know, I was feeling great. I mean, any money I can get for gas or food,
sure.
You know,
movie theaters, whatever.
Yeah, hell yeah, whatever.
A little bit of cheddar,
What COD was this?
I was playing back. This is like Black Ops 2, MW3, MW2, like those like old games, bro. I started in COD 4.
Okay.
So my older brother, actually, my brother Francesco, he's the one who got me into it. He was just playing pubs, you know, playing public matches. He used to pass me the controller, and dude, I was like super young. Even when I was like 7 or 8, I was playing a Nintendo, like Nintendo 64, like GoldenEye, like 007 GoldenEye.
Easy.
And I just smoked my cousins, like smoked my brother. Like I was really good. I was
so
just
naturally gifted
really good at it. And yeah, tore my ACL, was on the sideline. I drove through a blizzard. There was like 3-4 inches on the ground, and I drove with my friend Mike. We went all the way to Philly, drove UMG Philadelphia, and the rest was history, man. I got seen by a pro team at my first event.
Damn.
They picked me up, they signed me, and then I ended up winning. I got signed.
How much you signed for, if you don't mind me asking?
At the time, probably nothing, like $300 a month.
Oh, that's funny.
Nothing. I mean, we were playing in hotel ballrooms,
of course,
which is crazy. Compared to where it's at now.
100%.
They're making cash now. And, you know, I got to that point, you know, as my career went on, you know, I slowly built up my contract. I think I went from $300 a month. Next year was like $2K a month. Next year was $5K a month. Next year was $7,500 a month. Next year was $10K a month. And then I signed a $20K a month contract. And
what COD was that? What COD was that?
This was in World War II. OpTic offered me a spot, and FaZe didn't want to lose me. So FaZe came back with a fat offer. And even
shout
Hector.
Shout out to FaZe.
Shout out to FaZe, man. Shout out to FaZe. They didn't want to lose me, and you know, even Hector from OpTic Hex, he's like, man, you got to take that. He's like,
how much was OpTic offering at the time?
I don't think I ever. So they were like, it was more like once you're down, we'll talk about an offer, but probably around like 12, 13K maybe. Like probably around there, probably like 12K a month. So FaZe is like boom, 20K a month.
20 bands. Was
like,
it for a year?
It was for a year. Yeah, it was for a year.
Guarantee money's always great.
100%.
It's always great.
I signed it with blood. I signed that shit, and I was like, hell yeah, signed it. And the rest was history, bro. I've been with FaZe like pretty much my whole career, bro. Like when I was competing, I won multiple championships with FaZe, and you know, I competed with FaZe for the most part. I went CDL, and I was on New York for 2 years.
Yep.
Because then everything kind of changed when it went from, you know, MLG, CWL to CDL, became franchising. So, you know, the ownership changed. Like everything was a lot different.
How was the contracts different? Like when you signed with in the CDL, what was that contract looking like?
They were pretty similar. They weren't too different. I mean, obviously it's franchising, so it's a little. You're signing to like a city almost.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I would say that the default contract was anywhere from like $200 to $250 a year. So it was good. It was really good. If you were a top player, that's what you're getting. Like $200 to $250.
200, 250?
Yeah. So New York signed me. I signed with the New York Subliners. It felt right because I'm from the East Coast, right?
Sure,
so I was sad at the time because I was with FaZe my whole career. So I was like, man, you know, but they went to like Atlanta FaZe, and it was just like way different. And then, I was on New York for a couple years, retired after a hand injury, and boom, I joined FaZe again as a content creator, and the rest was history, man. It just blew up from there, and here I am, right? Retired 4 years ago. Been streaming, making videos every day, and it's been good, bro. It's been a crazy journey because I competed for a long time, and you know, if my hand never had that issue, I probably would still be competing.
Yeah,
to this day.
talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's just from repetitive motion. Anything like carpal tunnel, for instance, right? Like just being on a computer a lot, or just being on the keys a lot, right? For me, it was just being on the controller a lot. I ended up getting like it's called a ganglion cyst in my wrist. So it was never my thumb.
I heard that,
It was actually my wrist where I was having problems.
So when you would play, it felt like somebody stabbing it.
Not even pain. I couldn't move my thumb.
What?
Like I couldn't even, like, it would get stuck. Like it was basically like my range of motion would go away. You know, so I couldn't even move my thumb. So
there
I
was no
like,
pain. It was just stuck.
No pain. I just stuck. Like I was just having a hard time just even moving my thumb.
That'd be such a weird feeling, bro.
It was weird, bro. It was really weird. And I ended up getting surgery mid-season to remove it, and then I went back right after surgery. I mean, I was at Anaheim like 4 days after surgery, like playing. Had a cast on my hand and shit. Like, I thought I was gonna get, because I couldn't use my hand, so I thought FaZe was just gonna drop me and just call it a day, right? But they stuck with me, like they were there every step of the way.
FaZe.
And then I won MVP next year. Got MVP the next year, and you know, I knew I had to come back with a vengeance after that because FaZe stuck with me. So, you know, I wanted to come back and, you know, make a statement.
100%.
Unfortunately, didn't win the world championship that year. We got top 3. So that's one thing I never got was that ring, you know, at the end of the year. So, you know, they like to make fun of me about that, you know, but it be like that, you know. When you compete, it's tough, bro. Won a lot of championships, MVPs, and, you know, sometimes you just can't win that big one at the end. But it was a crazy career. I wouldn't trade anything. I don't regret a single thing, you know, so... good memories, bro. Good memories.
That's awesome. Did the cyst, so when you got it, you started playing again, did it come back? Is that why you had to retire?
Yeah, so it came back. It wasn't like it came back as bad as the first time. It just came back a little bit to the point where I didn't feel like I was 100%. So I kind of felt like to my teammates, like I was like, you guys should probably just get somebody else because if I can't play to my 100% to like my highest potential, like I kind of feel like I'm letting them down.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't want to look at my teammates and feel like I'm letting them down. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, I'm gonna take a step back. Like you guys do whatever you got to do. I ended up retiring before the Cold War season, and yeah, bro, I was devastated. I didn't know what the hell was going on or what to do. I didn't know where. Bro. Yeah, at the time I didn't have the flank. I didn't have the stream, like the viewers. Like none of this shit was really popping off at the time. It was kind of a risk, you know, at the time. And yeah, I'm lucky, bro. I'm lucky. I'm blessed. And, you know, I owe it all to the community, bro. I owe it all to them. That's why I like to stay consistent and keep making content, you know, and keep that gas pedal down. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, man. I just can't even imagine. Like, that's kind of like everybody's like, especially if you're a gamer, even whether you're a content creator, pro player, whatever, like, yo, you hurt your thumb?
Yeah, it should be fear. Plus, I had like Howard Stern and like all these radio hosts call me a pussy and shit. They're like, man, get a real job. And go get a real job. And I was on the radio and shit, and headlines was like, gamer retires from thumb injury. Like, they were just making it sound like so pathetic. You know what I mean? So I was just like, man, I was like, I got to come back. Like, I got to do something. You know what I mean? Like, I got to figure out something else to do and trying to transfer that energy. I'm a very competitive person with the soccer and the academy, and then transfer that to, like, competing in COD.
Yeah.
You know, so I still miss that competitive itch. But man, I miss those times, bro. I miss competing in anything. I like to compete.
100%.
So, you know, I miss that shit. You know what I mean? But it's been fun, bro. It's been good. It's been a crazy road.
I had a question for you. So for the other pros that retire, from what you've seen, do any of them ever find another path, or is it ever a point where some of them have to like actually find maybe a 9-to-5 after they retire?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them, bro. Most of them are either going back. I know a lot of guys who are back in school or got to get a 9-to-5, or, you know, that was one thing with me is even when I was competing, I was constantly building my brand. Right, I was doing the kicks video with you.
100%.
You know, a lot of pros used to make fun of me for building my brand. You know, they used to say shit like, you're not focused, or, you know, you're not focusing on the right things. But I always thought about that one day, you know, when you stop competing, like, you know, what are you going to do? Right. So for me, it was like, you know, keep building the brand, keep doing your thing. I used to post clips from like scrim sessions and stuff. I'd pop like a 10-piece or something, and I'd post it, and the pros would be like, man, keep getting your highlights and shit. And, you know, they used to make fun of me a little bit for it. But man, it came full circle now. So,
no, bro, think about it. Like, everybody who's playing now, none of them were playing like 5-6 years ago.
Nah. But, well, some of them. But
not
some
lot.
People, but not a lot.
Not a
I mean,
lot.
there's still some OGs in there. You know what I mean?
Who's still OG right now that's playing?
Got Dylan Attach. He's still in there. He's been doing it for a minute now.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't look at Attach as like he's an OG, but like he's not. He don't seem like old. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he's got a baby face, but he's getting there. I mean, he's definitely an OG for sure. Slasher's another one. You got
he's
Slasher.
Still playing,
He's playing. TJ Haley. You know, TJ came up when I came up back in Black Ops 2, like Call of Duty Ghost, like that era. So you got some people who are still playing that are getting up there. Clay just retired, and he was in his 30s.
Yeah, he's like 33, right? 32.
I think he's 31 now. I don't think he's 33. Yeah, he ain't that. I don't know if he's that old. But yeah, no. I mean, you still got some OGs in there, but there's a lot of young guns in there now. A lot of new blood, and they're good, bro. They're really fucking good.
What's the average like career as far as like Call of Duty pros go?
I'd say 18 to like 26, 27.
Short.
You know, yeah. And then, I mean, you have your players who will get to like 28, 29, 30. They'll play like the legends, you know, they'll play for a while. But like once you hit 30, you're looking at unk status, man. And, you know, especially in COD, like the game has changed so much. Like the slide canceling and just like the way Omni movement. So fast. It's way easier to shoot though now. I will say that.
Aim assist,
The aim assist is crazy now.
Yeah, when you go back to like BO2 or MW3, the aim assist is non-existent.
Non-existent. Even like AW, Black Ops 3, World War 2, like you didn't have aim assist, like you do now. Like now they throw on dynamic aim assist, and it's like, you know, it's a way different ballgame now.
It's just like sticky. It's a little sticky, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was way different. I miss those CODs back in the day because I feel like those CODs were just like.
You think they took more skill or something like that?
I think it took more skill for sure, and it took more brain as well. It was more of a fundamental game, so like you had to learn how to actually play the game. Where
100%.
a lot of today's game is still fundamental. You still got to play the game the right way. But, I mean, it's a lot of run and gunning. You know, it's just a lot of – you can get away with a lot more, I feel like, in today's game. But, you know, it is a lot faster, and it is fun to watch when it's faster. But I miss Black Ops 3 and AW. Like, those type of games, jetpack. I'm a jetpack guy. I love jetpacks. Yeah. I know some people – that might be a hot take. I love jetpacks.
No, jetpacks CODs are literally amazing. I want to ask you, if you could tell someone, right, who's right now 16, 17, want to be like, damn, I want to be the next – ZooMaa, I want to be the next Scump. Like, what advice would you give them? Because for me, the reason, like, it looks so from the outside looking in, with only like how many teams are in the league?
12. That's it. And you got to think 2 or 3 of them are region based as well. So you got Miami, who's a full Spanish team. You got LAG, who's a full French team, and then you got the Falcons, who's all from Saudi Arabia.
Saudi, yeah.
So technically, from the States, you don't got a lot of spots.
So I'm saying, so how does one become a pro? 1 and 2, do you think it's worth it to become a Call of Duty pro?
Yeah, I mean, if you love it, right? I would always say do what you love to do. Yeah, you know, if you have a good time playing it and you really enjoy it, then yeah, go for it. You know, do it on the side. I did it as a hobby when I was younger. Like I was playing just a little bit on the side. Like I said, I was playing soccer, so you know I didn't really go full time into it until I got hurt. But I would say the biggest thing you could do is compete in challengers, right? Like you got to play through the challenger system.
That even looks so rigorous, though. Is it? Do people really get picked up from challengers like that?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's definitely been people who have got picked up from challengers, but I mean, people have had some crazy stories on how to get picked up, but. The biggest thing you can do is put yourself out there. Turn the stream on, make videos, make content, like show people how good you are. One of the best players, if not the best player in the league right now, is HyDra. And that fool got noticed from a sniping montage.
Damn.
Right? Like, New York Subliners were sending me this guy's sniping montage. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, he looks nice, but like, you know, how much does this guy actually know about competitive COD?
Yeah.
Wow.
And now he's a world champ and probably the best player, one of the best players in the league. So, you know, everybody has their own journey, but you have to play the game, right? You have to put yourself out there. So get into challengers, like playing online tournaments, you know, turning the stream on. People won't be able to pick you up if they don't know who you are. Even people in challengers, like they don't turn on the streams. Like nobody knows who these guys are or what they can do. You're not getting picked up if nobody can see you play.
Yeah, facts.
Right? So, you know, I would say the biggest thing is just make sure people can see you play, right? Any way you can to get your gameplay out there, do it. And that's probably the biggest thing for sure.
That's really good.
Yeah, I agree with what he said in the first statement. Like as far as like you gotta love it.
Yeah, 100%. You gotta love what you do, bro. If you don't love what you do, you're not gonna go far. I mean, for me, like I said, the competitive aspect of it, and just Call of Duty in general, like I enjoyed getting on and I enjoyed playing and doing all that. As I got older, eventually I was like, oh man, I can't do this shit no more. You know, eventually you burn out. But I mean, yeah, I always encourage people to do something that they love to do, something they have passion for, you know, and you know, naturally it'll just come to them. You know, you just keep the work ethic, keep the consistency, and you know, the rest will unfold. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
It's really good. I got 2 questions for you. They're both gonna be turned into TikTok clips.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
Think about this.
Yeah,
all right,
for
first
sure.
one. Give me your Mount Rushmore of Call of Duty pros.
Well, I've answered this before, and I always go with just like the OpTic guys. Like I gotta give it to Nadeshot. I gotta put Nadeshot up there because when I was growing up, he was sponsored by Red Bull. My mom was so hesitant about me going to like driving to these events or flying to these events. She didn't know. She didn't know any better.
Yeah, I mean it's just
right.
For sure.
So like I was showing her the Nadeshot videos and like him being sponsored by Red Bull and trying to tell her that there could be a career path here. Like if you know if I take it seriously and actually, you know, get there, it's hard, right? It's not easy to take that route, but
100%.
you know, I was trying to like show her like these videos and stuff. And same with Scump, right? He was another one who's also I'm gonna put on the list.
Fire.
Is of course the King Scump. Not only his competitive career, but also just like content. Like he's been kind of that guy for so long, dude. He was making content when he was like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
So I used to watch Scump all the time. Then I'm gonna go with Crim. He's the most winningest COD player of all time. So you have to put Crim6 up there. And then the last one I always say Damon, Karma. He's got 3 rings, and he was always a do-it-all in the competitive scene. He could run an AR, he could run a sub, he could anything you need Damon to do. The objective, you need him to slay out. I mean, Damon could do literally everything. So the OpTic guys, I mean, that's my Mount Rushmore right there. I mean, I feel like those guys are all legends, and even growing up, like I looked up to those guys, bro, and it was crazy because one day I was competing against them, and I had to play them in a grand final, right? So, and I played with OpTic for 2 weeks, which was really weird.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So we ended up in Black Ops 4, like something we didn't qualify for, for our league. So I was kind of sitting on the sidelines for a little minute, and OpTic picked me up as their substitute. It was more like you're probably not gonna play, but just in case there's an emergency, you're gonna have to play. And Dashy at the time, who played for OpTic, this was in Black Ops 4, he had a visa issue and couldn't make it to the events, or they were league matches at the time. So of course, like no practice, haven't played COD in months. Like I'm flying out playing with OpTic for 2 weeks. So I was playing with Porter, with Crim6 and Scump and those guys, and it was fun, man. It was cool being on their side of the stage for once, because in all the grand finals and all the tournaments, I was always playing against them, right? It was cool playing with them just to see what the similarities and the differences, it was cool.
What do you think as far as like what makes Scump, like people think about competitive COD, right? They always bring up Scump.
Yeah.
You play with him, you played against him.
Yeah.
So obviously you have a different perspective, obviously, than like we have just watching him. What makes him, or what made him so great? Like what was it about him like that he was just him? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like one, talent. I mean, obviously he's incredibly talented, right?
Yep.
So he could just shoot really straight. But his awareness, bro, like his awareness in game is like what separated him. Like he would know where people are coming from. He'd catch you slipping. He'd get pushed up on cuts, and he would just know how to work the map. Where sometimes you'll see players where they're too slow and they don't do anything on a map, and they're just getting useless kills. Like they don't take aggression. Like when you get kills in COD, like you want to make plays off of it, right? Some players don't do anything. They just sit there, they play for their stats, and the fans might think they're good,
That's
but
crazy.
Behind the scenes, COD pros are like, bro, this guy's lost, right? And then there's the opposite, where you might have a player who's so aggressive that can never slow down. He's just run, go, run, go, run, go. Scump just had a perfect balance and just like understood the game and knew when to speed up, knew when to slow down. And he just had good awareness. He knew where people were coming from, knew how to play off his teammates really well. And he was a great player, bro. Really good player. And he had great teammates as well. I mean, he was when you're at that level and you show people how good you are.
People want to play with you.
People want to play with you.
Yeah.
So he was on OpTic. He was able to build his rosters, build his teams, and that's one of the main reasons in AW we filmed our FaZe roster to compete with the OpTic Dynasty, because they were so good at the time. They were a dynasty, right? Yeah. So we basically formed our team to take them down. And that's kind of where the battle started. It started in AW. That's when we started fighting, and that's when we started taking them down.
Yep.
And, as soon as we formed, we won the next 3 out of the next 4 events, and we played the OpTic Dynasty in every grand final. So that's when the rivalry started.
It was always FaZe versus OpTic.
Always,
man.
and that was like the best point in COD, in my opinion. Like that's when COD was at its highest point,
For sure.
like its highest peak. Like the rivalry is just kind of what sparked everything for me, And of course, I'm sure a lot of people out there, a lot of fans, probably got into COD around that time as well.
For sure.
But good times, man. Good times.
One thing about it, when you bring up Karma, bro, Karma is so iconic to me. Not from even competitive standpoint, bro. When MW 2019 dropped, the first minute it dropped, the first game everybody played, he was the first one to drop a nuke.
Damn, really?
He got the world's first nuke in his first game.
Yeah, I actually remember that. Yeah.
Because everyone was like wondering, like, I was wondering, obviously, I'm like, is there a nuke in the game? Like, devs aren't telling us. It's just more so like, we got to go out there and find it. Bro, Karma spawns in day 1 and drops a nuke.
Yeah, he's nasty.
I sat there and was like, I remember like I was playing, I'm streaming it. I wasn't really a big streamer at the time. I got like 500 viewers or something like that. They came in my chat, yo, Karma already got a nuke. I said,
yeah, he was pissed. He was like,
damn it. I was like, already? I said, bro, dang, man. And he got like 400K views in a day. I remember he posted it. I watched it like 4 times, no troll.
Jesus.
It's like, damn, that could have been me.
No troll. I was like, bro, come on, man. And he was like, there were so many times where he should have died. I'm watching the gameplay, I'm like, How did he live?
Yeah. Bro, he went on like a 20+ kill streak in a pro match. Yeah, he did some crazy. It was Black Ops 2
Black
Yemen.
Ops 2.
Yeah,
Black Ops 2.
It was on the map Yemen, and he was just like, they couldn't kill him. They couldn't kill the guy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All right, talk about Call of Duties. Give me your top 5 Call of Duties. Start with 5, end at 1.
Top 5 Call of Duties. Okay, so I've answered this question before, and my answer might change because I feel like people, when I give my opinions based on competitive COD.
It's fine.
So whenever these clips hit the internet, right, or TikTok or whatever, people are like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" But I'm talking strictly competitive COD.
Fair.
He can play AWO1. Watch. He can play AWO1.
Well,
Let's
the
see.
best
Wait,
competitive
go to 5.
COD.
Go to 5 first. Start with 5.
All right, for the number 1 best competitive COD ever made, hands down, is Black Ops 2. It's the best competitive COD.
Well, this is best COD in general.
Best COD in general,
Alright.
Black Ops 2. For my opinion, Black Ops 2.
Save.
It's hard to argue against it.
And then after that, I'm going jetpacks. I'm going AW number 2. That's a hot take. That's a real hot take. But,
Wow.
I loved AW. I feel like that game was ahead of its time with the dashing and the double jumping. And
It was just so like it went from like COD went from 0 to 100 so fast.
Yeah,
Like there was no like it was boots to full on flying in that
yeah,
game.
I liked it because the skill gap was really drastic,
was
right? Like
wicked.
some people were just like a lot of the pros couldn't play that game. So it's just like the skill gap was really big. So I like that for like my competitiveness. Like I liked that the game felt hard, right?
Yeah.
And then I got Black Ops 3. After that, I got to go Black Ops 3. People will probably find those two interchangeable. A lot of pros will probably interchange like Black Ops 3 AW or vice versa. Then after that, it gets hard because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like from a competitive standpoint,
You got to put Ghost top 5 for competitive.
For competitive, no, probably not.
What?
For
S&D
competitive,
was god tier in that
S&D was
game.
godly, but we were playing Blitz. That's the thing. We were playing Blitz.
Blitz is bullshit. You would
And-
literally just sneak. You would like just sneak. You would run into the little thing and you
Like, think about how uncompetitive that game mode is.
Nah, that is
like, it's
actually-
people are just hiding and running by each other, and just like it was just a very uncompetitive game mode. Best S&D ever made though. It was Call of Duty Ghost.
for sure.
But I would probably say maybe Black Ops 4. I feel like Black Ops
That's a
4
good
was
one.
a really good.
You like the stem, like the
I
automatic.
actually hated Stim Shop, but I'm just trying to compare it to other games. I'd probably have World War II number 4, actually. World War II number 4, and then I'd probably go number 5. I'd go...
What's the game mode where like they throw the ball in? Uplink.
Uplink.
Might be the greatest.
Greatest game mode. That's why I like AW and Black Ops 3.
I've never seen it.
Bro, it's
Uplink?
incredible. It's incredible. It's
I mean,
basically like portals in the air and there's a
Bro,
ball. So like people, you can like pass the ball around and throw the ball. So if you throw it in, it's 1 point. If you dunk it, it's 2 points. And you can pass
this
the
is
ball
Call
to
of
your
Duty?
teammates. Yeah,
That's-
this is
that
Call of Duty.
sounds awesome.
The
Yeah, it's
plays
awesome.
that you would see made, bro. I remember OpTic won in IW off of like killing a dude, but throwing the ball as he's getting shot and dying into the bucket for the point.
People have like lineup spots and shit on the map where you can line it up and like throw the ball.
People can intercept
Interceptions.
it. People can jump and intercept the ball.
Was this like a short time game
because
mode? I've never heard.
it was only a jetpack.
Jetpack.
Oh,
You go
that's why I
AW,
didn't
Black Ops
hear
3,
of
and
it.
IW.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nah, Uplink was the greatest game mode of all time.
Like even in AW, like you'll throw the ball, it's going to his point. Somebody would just double jump dash and just catch the ball.
catch
It's
it,
like
bro.
like,
Cool,
it was
though. That
sick.
sounds so fun to
Yeah, it
watch.
was sick, bro. Uplink was probably like one of my.
It was
favorite
like
games.
COD mixed with like Rocket League.
Yeah, a little bit.
It sounds like it.
And it was
Yeah.
so fun to watch.
It was awesome. I talk about Uplink all the time. I wish they brought Uplink back.
But how can they bring it with boots on the ground though?
They really can't. I mean, unless you put the portals on the ground, but I feel like it
That's
wouldn't
not
be
as
the same.
shoddy. It's not.
Nah,
Yeah.
that won't
You
be
know
the
what
same.
game I liked, but people hated? Like, I liked it in BO2 was Capture the Flag.
Yeah, CTF. I agree. I mean, right
I
now they're
love
playing
Capture the
Control.
Flag.
I mean, I hate Control, bro. They brought in Control for Black Ops 4, and I felt like they made that game mode for that
It's
game.
so dirt.
And it played good in Black Ops 4. It played good in that game, but they tried to keep the game mode throughout these newer CODs, and they're just not playing right on these maps.
Then you go back to CTF. CTF was so fun to watch in BO2 competitive. Like,
I agree.
and like being able to run the flag. You had the flag, but you have two guys like trailing. You got to kill one in front. Bro, it was
Yeah.
just the
I
plays
agree.
you can make are crazy.
I've talked about CTF on my stream before, obviously on the show. We talk about it all the time. I don't know why they're so stuck on Control. I have no idea why.
Who decides all that? Who decides the game modes, the rules, all that for
The
competitive?
league, and then I know the pros also talk with the league a little bit. So,
Okay.
you know, they'll also talk about it. I mean, the pros are brain dead. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. So,
Yeah, the whole
you know.
GA and banning every 5 thing. It's just like, bro, I'd be like, all right, man.
What do you think about snipers?
I think they should be in the game. I don't
I
even
agree.
know. I can't believe they won't play with snipers.
Bro.
When I played Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghost, AW, Black Ops 3, we always had snipers.
And it's so cool.
It's awesome. Like, people love watching those clips and those highlights. And, you know, especially, and it would only be one on the map, right? One from each team, right? We wouldn't allow like 3 or 4
For
of
sure,
them.
no. I think Simp in BO4 was the reason why people don't allow it anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Simp was also nasty, right? So, like, he's just hitting nice shots because he's Simp, right? So,
So
it's
he had
like,
a pistol and a sniper and basically won them champs in BO4.
yeah, he was disgusting. He was insane.
Damn.
Bro, he dropped like 16 in the grand final.
But that's cool though. Why would they ban it because of that? Isn't that kind of cool?
Because that's how it gets with the GAs, with the
Yeah.
gentleman's agreements. Then now it starts getting biased, right? Now teams are starting to vote based on what's going to benefit them and what's going to help them, right? So me personally, I bring up the snipes all the time to the pros.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the pros from LA Thieves was telling me, oh, like, you can lock down the whole map. You can't cross in the map, but there's a sniper on the map, so we tested it. I was like, all right, bet, let's go on a map. And, like, you try and snipe me, and I'm going to cross. And 0 for 10, didn't hit me once,
Wow.
like, sniping. I'm like, dude, they over-exaggerate. Like, they try and act like the sniper's OP, and that pros can just take over with it. And I'm like, dude, just because Simp did it doesn't mean it's easy to do,
yeah.
right? Simp's just nasty. And
you miss, you're dead. Like, it's like,
sure,
like
yeah.
when that, you
Yeah.
commit a COD, you miss your shot, you're
Or
dead.
if you're
like,
playing a pro team, you make them useless, right? Like, if you throw a shimmy, you see the snipe, you can just ignore them, right?
or
And use-
smokes. People used to rock smokes all
Yeah,
the time
smokes,
and ghosts to avoid
which-
the snipers, which was crazy.
It just
Yeah.
changes the dynamic. I think it makes
Yeah,
it more
it changes
fun to
the
watch
dynamic,
too.
adds more strategy, and it's more entertaining, right? Which is like
sure.
the pros don't think about this shit because, like I said, they're just brain
Brain
dead.
dead,
Like
yeah.
they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. I roast them every day, bro. I'm always fighting with the pros, and a lot of the pros agree with me, but you know it's a voting process, right? So
sure.
it just depends on how the votes go. But we need to bring snipers back for sure. They need to come back.
How do you
like
think
that.
we could like, just in general, fix the CDL as far as just viewership and like just in general? Like it seems like it's been
Yeah.
on a decline, right?
I mean, I'll be honest. The viewership's actually not bad for like majors and stuff. I mean, it
Okay.
depends who's playing. But the problem is we're just YouTube exclusive right now. I mean, that's killing us right now. We need to be on every platform. Twitch, YouTube.
Everywhere.
I mean, literally everywhere you can possibly throw the games, they should be playing on every platform. Because right now we're only on YouTube, and I feel like it's kind of hard to find people on YouTube. And then on top of that, I just feel like from an entertainment aspect, like I think we need to get out of this whole franchising thing because there's
sure.
only 12 teams and there's so much talent that's not being seen.
Facts.
So I think we need to go back to like, you know, back when I was competing, like the open brackets, the amateur teams.
100%.
You have
100%.
people in the pits and in the pool plays.
Passion
and then,
pits, man.
Yeah, the passion pit. And, you know. Yeah, we need people coming through the passion pit, bro. We need people coming up through pools and
100%.
making a name for themselves and, you know, stuff like that. Plus, you know, the pros need to stream more, make content more. Like, just needs to be more, right? But I think the community is always strong. Like, the COD
Nah,
community
the COD community, the competitive COD community is so strong. It's crazy.
strong. Yeah, it's strong. It's there, and the community's flourishing. I wouldn't say COD's dying. I would just say there needs to be, you know, some steps that needs to be taken for it to really hit that next level. You know, and the problem is they just don't develop the game from a competitive side, right? Like they develop the game for casuals, for the public, and then, you know, the competitive COD scene is the one who makes it competitive and finds the good maps, and, you know, they'll GA the OP weapons and make the game
Yeah.
as hard as possible and as competitive as possible. Take all the cheesy stuff out, right? You know, if we had devs that were just catering to the competitive side, that would be nice, right? Because then you'd have a competitive game, and the casuals are still going to play it anyway, whether it's competitive or not. They just, you know, they don't really care that much about the competitive side of things, you know, so it kind of hurts it a little bit.
Don't worry, we feel it too, man. We feel it over here on this side.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I'm sure the Warzone guys are
I
starting
wanted
to
to
feel
talk
it as
about
well.
this. Big
Huh?
question for you right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Warzone pros versus CDL pros.
Yeah,
now,
for
this
sure.
is
I
a
know-
couple sides to this, right?
Yeah.
What takes more skill? How do we, in a way, can we unify it? Is it meant to be separated? What do you think about it?
It's definitely meant to be separated, right? I think you should definitely keep them in their own lane. I mean, the best talent is definitely in the CDL. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but I mean, from my perspective, 100% from top to bottom, like the talent in the CDL is insane. When I look at Warzone, I think I see like maybe 3-4 guys who can actually compete in the CDL. For the most part, I feel like 95% of the Warzone pros wouldn't be able to compete in the CDL. Like, I just don't see it. And I think a lot of that comes down to, like, I feel like in Warzone, there's a lot of strategy in Warzone, but you're not playing like the top of the line talent for the most part. Like I don't know how you feel about it.
I mean, it's like you don't really get to do that until you all qualify. Like with CDL, you kind of have like a league already established and everyone on there is the top guy. With Warzone, it's every competitive season is pretty open.
Right.
And then you obviously start dwindling down, but you don't really play against the best of the best comp until like LAN. But even then, like one of the teams, which was Almond, Noobs, and who was the other one? Skullface. Bro, they were getting second place in like every single tournament, first, second place, every single tournament leading up to World Series. They got sponsored by a whole org, all that shit.
Yeah.
They got second at EWC. They didn't qualify for World Series.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
They just shit the bed on the wrong day.
I mean, I'll be honest, like it's Battle Royale, right? So like I just think there's a lot of cheese in it. Like, for instance, you could get third partied in a Battle Royale, right? Or just like, you know, that you might not get a good drop, or you know, like there's just like a lot of RNG to it. Where from on the multiplayer, like the arena shooter side, like
it's just pound for pound.
It's pound for pound, like it's just straight up, like, you know.
Who's the better team?
Who's the better team, right? And we see, like, I think when it comes to like Shifty, Hizoka, Biffle, like those guys are really talented. Like you can see the talent when they play.
For sure.
So, you know, I think some of those guys can transfer over and do it. Like, for instance, just to put it into perspective, like, I think every CDL player can go to Warzone and find success, where I don't think you can say the same for Warzone.
Why don't you think, you don't think, I truly feel like, even like, if you're a Challengers player, right? If you're a person who's like, you know, I want to be a Call of Duty pro.
Right.
Like, bro, there's so much free money playing Warzone competitive that, like, if you get a team of 3, even if 3 pros are like bouncing around team from team,
right,
bro, why don't they just like form a team and just try to compete?
It's a good question.
They have tournaments every week for Warzone. 20 bands, 30. Yeah.
It's free. It's good cash, bro. It's really good cash. I mean, I don't know why they don't.
It's good. Streaming content is good.
I'd be doing both. I'll be honest. I'd just be doing everything. I'd be playing the Warzone. I'd be
why not?
I mean, even when I was in the CDL, we were doing some Warzone stuff because they'd make us. I mean, they'd force us into
of course.
it. So we were doing like some Warzone stuff. We didn't know what was going on playing Warzone.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, back then it was when you guys were playing in a lot of those tournaments. No one really knew what was really going on. Like now, it's pretty dialed. Like what to, you know what I mean? It's like way more, people are just got way smarter at the game, you know what I mean? So
I mean, I don't want to hate on Warzone because it's its own thing. Like it's still competitive, right? Like it's still its own game and its own style, but sometimes I feel like it takes away from the CDL a little bit because the talent in the CDL is so strong. Like it's so good that
you think it takes away by meaning Activision puts way more effort into Warzone than they do CDL, or what do you think?
Maybe a little bit, but I was talking more from like a fan perspective. Like I think like some fans genuinely believe that Warzone pros can go toe to toe with like Atlanta FaZe, and it's just like, bro, you guys have no idea.
Well, that's just the ultimate casuals, right? But also, one thing I don't understand is why the CDL and Call of Duty don't have it so where you can watch matches on the fucking game.
They used to do that,
dude.
Bro, I'm telling you, we've took step backs. Like that used to be. I mean, I even remember when game battles, which isn't a thing anymore, but that's where all the online tournaments were going. I'm sure you guys know game battles.
Yeah, for sure. They had integration.
It was integrated. It was integrated into the game,
dude.
So like the fact that we had like game battles integration, you would see like CDL players popping up on the main menu, and like you can watch the game right from the main menu, like. So many casuals are getting into the game because of it. And again, like we took steps back. Like where did all that stuff go?
Bro, imagine that during COVID.
Yeah, it would have been far. It would have been unbelievable.
During MW 2019's like the whole thing and with like Warzone and then them at the main menu, you have it so you can watch CDL.
Yeah. Like, bro, trust me. Like these are questions that like, bro, it drives us crazy. Like, you know, like we feel like they're not big ask at all. Like we don't feel like it's not that big of an ask to just get like a little bit of integration in the game or maybe get a couple new maps, you know, maybe some maps catered to competitive because like right now like we're making casual maps work, but if we can make like if we had a chance to make like actual competitive maps like Forge mode in Halo where people can design their own maps, like that would be cool in COD as well, like get a Forge mode, which was rumored at one time, but I don't know what happened with that, but you know, we need more maps and we need more integration. We need more support, honestly. We need more support.
Do you agree with this? You can disagree with the statement if you want, but I think this might be a hot take. I think in the next 3 to 5 years, I do think just so it depends. If Warzone's still around, you know what I mean? Like everything's still going how it is now.
Right.
I think Warzone pros will actually catch up to CDL.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, because the thing is Warzone's fairly new. Right,
sure. It's been around what competitively, like seriously, World Series Worlds is
3
only
years?
3 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 years,
So, like,
I would say.
you know, I'm sure you have like a lot of young kids who are like want to
Bro,
like play
I
in Warzone.
I played
right?
with this kid. He's 15 years old. He's insane.
Yeah, he's probably nasty. Right, so you have like people like 100%. Like from a talent perspective, there's definitely people in Warzone who can make the switch. But I like you said, like I feel like in Warzone there's money to be grabbed and it's good content as well. Like people are always streaming that stuff.
For sure.
Like even in the CDL, like nobody streams anything. Like they don't stream their practices. Like back in our day, we were streaming our practices and shit. Like
Yeah.
and it was good entertainment. People were watching us argue. I mean, you could go back and watch old clips of us arguing and roasting each other, and like that was what made COD COD. Like that was the entertainment
course,
aspect
yeah,
of it.
100%.
Now we don't see any of that stuff, right? You know, all the pros are kind of to themselves. They don't stream scrims or any of their practices. The only thing they
There's
really
some
stream,
salaries, man. They got them comfortable.
I was gonna
yeah,
say,
exactly.
yeah.
That's the
Guaranteed money.
problem. They got comfortable. I feel, and you know, they're making so much money that they just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm always trying to push pros to stream. So shout out to the pros who do. Like I know Scrappy's been streaming more. Shotsy
For sure.
streams. You know, once everybody gets on like OpTic or you know,
Everyone starts hitting that-
then all of a
hitting that
sudden they
live
start
blood.
hitting go live. But you don't, bro. You can grow a brand. I mean, hey, I did it, right?
Facts.
You don't need an organization to grow a brand. You could do it yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, I think Scrappy's doing a really good job with that. Like he's been doing a good job building his brand and streaming every day. Just be yourself, right? Show your personality. Be yourself. Even for me, when I first started streaming, I felt like I wasn't really myself. I was still a little shy in front of the camera. But as you start doing it more and more and more, you get more comfortable. And, you know, I think consistency, like I said in the beginning, you know, just staying consistent, doing it every day, you'll see growth, you know, slowly. So I encourage more people to stream, for sure.
I want to ask you, you know, you got FaZe, you have OpTic.
Yeah.
We can talk competitive COD. Who has a better legacy as far as just like, let's say winning, FaZe or OpTic?
Overall, I mean, OpTic had the Dynasty, right? Like they had like that era, just like Scump.
They only won one chip though, right?
Huh?
They only won one chip though, right?
World championship, only one.
Yeah.
But they've won multiple championships like across the board. Like they've won a shit ton. Of
Yeah, I meant like just like a ring, like you know what I'm saying, like a ring.
Yeah, just one. And same with FaZe, right? I think the only FaZe have won one.
Simp
Simp has two.
Simp has two.
Yeah.
Because they won.
Some of the guys have two.
Cold War.
The difference with FaZe, right? Because Simp and Abezy and those guys have two, but they weren't a full. Like they changed. Like their team changed. Where the Dynasty was a group of four who did it without changing. Right, but Simp and Abezy, like they had like RCs and major, like they had RCs and then they ended up replacing him. And now the team's like incredible. They got draws.
Yeah, but they kept the three core. They've kept Celium,
Simp, and
Abezy.
right.
Yeah.
So they kept the three core. So people don't call them a dynasty because they weren't like a group of four, right?
Damn.
But they've been together. Those three have been together for like 4 years.
Right. I look at that trio as
That's a dynasty.
Yeah, I look at that trio as like a
Because the
dynasty.
OpTic one, how long were they together for? They were for a year,
The
right?
dynasty?
Yeah.
Probably like a couple years. They ended up making some changes along the way. We broke up the dynasty. That's all. I think we ended up breaking them up because we ended up beating them in World War II, Season 1. That's where I got my MVP. And then after that event, they broke up.
Damn.
They actually offered me a spot. That's when they offered me a spot and I got the contract.
Got the contract
They
when
offered
you
me a
did.
spot and then the contract came in. I stayed with FaZe. And then, they ended up picking up, I think, Methods at the time. And then they kind of got bodied. They got bodied for the rest of that year. And
He said they got bodied.
when they picked up Tony, they got shit on. You know what I mean? They got pooped on.
Shit.
But
man.
again, it just wasn't the team they wanted. I think just because like they were trying to pick me
They were
up,
trying to
and
get you.
then everything fell through.
Does
and then
Methods know that to this day that they were trying to get you over him?
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
he
okay.
knows. I always tell him, the OpTic spot, you're welcome. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, things have definitely changed. I mean, it's hard, bro. Like, I feel like FaZe is, like, the trajectory that FaZe is on, like, they're insane. Like, Simp, Abezy, Salaries, now you got draws in there. Like, they've been consistently at the top for, like you said, like 4 years. Like
How
3,
old are
4
they? I
years.
feel like they're still young. How old are
Right,
they?
they're still young. They're like, what, 23 maybe? 22,
my
23? I
gosh,
don't know.
bro.
I don't know how
They're
old
going
they
to be
actually
twisted
are.
for so long. I hope those three don't break up.
Bro, me either. I don't think they will. I mean, bro, they're still
Why would
disgusting.
they?
I mean, they just played. They just smoked some fools yesterday. So,
No way.
like, they're like, dude, they're insane. Like, and they won Major 1. I mean, they're the champions right now. So everybody's trying to take them down for this next major coming up this weekend. So, they're still up there. But I might be biased, but I'll go FaZe. I'll say FaZe over OpTic. I mean, the only argument is the Dynasty thing. People always argue this with me because, again, 4 players compared to 3. They're always saying you can't be a Dynasty unless it's the full team, right?
I think it's a little different too. Like as far as like the way it is now with the CDL versus how it was with just being an org back then in general, without having to be under that CDL umbrella. I feel like it was a lot easier to keep 4 back then versus now. Like there's so much pressure that the org probably has, and they invested $25 million. If y'all not winning, somebody gotta go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's a little more easier. Like to keep, it was easier to keep a Dynasty back then versus now.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, with OpTic just dropped Kenny.
Yeah, which is crazy. That's a 2-time world champ. And he just got dropped. So, you know, I mean, he's been struggling. He's been having a hard time. But, you know, whatever it is.
Is it the bright lights, you think? It has to be the bright lights. It's like playing for the Lakers.
I mean, here's the thing, bro.
You don't think it's like playing for
He's won it all, bro.
But not on OpTic, right?
Now they won a world championship last year on OpTic.
Oh, yeah, no, he did. Yeah,
he won a ring
right.
for OpTic.
I'm taking
Their ring ceremonies this weekend coming up.
Yeah, but it's also like, think about it. Like, okay, he won a ring. Y'all having some struggles. I mean, you don't stick with bro for another major, you think?
Nah, it was too long,
think it was just too long?
The problem is, and we were talking about this in the parking lot, but the problem is with Kenny is, you know, he's been struggling now for a few months, right? And you don't want to keep digging yourself a hole to the point where OpTic's falling out of the top 8 and they don't make the world championship at the end of the year. Because you got to be at the top 8 to make the world championship, right?
You missed that. It's cooked.
Bro, they didn't win a map for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, something got changed.
I'm talking not even like
close.
Losing series after series after series is one thing, but not winning maps 3-0, 3-0,
Okay,
3-0,
that's crazy,
3-0,
yeah.
3-0. Like they couldn't win a map. Like, and it was happening so consistently to the point where it's like, dude, they got to do something, right? Like if it's not working, like one thing with COD is the game changes every year. So it might have worked last year in one title, but now we're in a new title,
You're
new
right.
game,
The whole
right?
different
New
joint
maps,
omni
new
movement,
spawns,
all that. No,
everything changed, right? So like I always give COD pros, like I always feel like COD pros don't get enough gas because every year they have to adapt.
Yeah,
to
that's
the
crazy.
game.
I was just thinking
new
that.
maps, new guns, new spawns, new movement mechanics. You know, so it's just like constantly changing where you're constantly having
So
to
if
learn.
you're at the top, like, dude, Simp and Abezy, them are nasty. There.
Right.
They're at the top every year.
Every single year. And that's what makes a good player a good player. Like that's in my opinion what considers you like one of the greats, right? Like being able to adapt every year to new games.
Do you think Simp? Do you think Simp was one of the greats?
Simp?
Right
oh
now.
yeah, hell yeah, bro. He might be in the top. He's in the top 5 of all time already, bro. Like,
Is he ahead of Scump? You think Simp's ahead of Scump?
I think he'll get ahead of Scump eventually. I think right now you just got to give it to Scump just because of longevity. Like Scump did it for so long, and he has like 30 chips, right? So like Simp's gonna get there, I think, eventually. But right now I keep Scump there just because of longevity. Like he did it for such a long time, and Scump was another one, game after game after game, consistency, right?
I mean, Simp's been doing it for 7 years, 6-7 years.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a minute. I mean, he's up there, bro. If they win champs this year, I think it's undisputed.
You think it's undisputed?
Yeah, if he wins champs this year, what are you gonna say, bro? That's 3 rings now.
Nah,
This
you
guy,
can't argue that. You can't.
His average placing is like 2nd or something. You know what I mean? Like his average placing is crazy. And Abezy, you can't forget about Abezy too. They're like hand in hand, bro.
I
Like
know.
people don't put Abezy up there. Like in my opinion, wherever you put Simp, you got to put Abezy right there next to him. Right, because like Abezy's been with him every step of the way, and like they're kind of like yin and yang. Like they just play 2 different roles. Like Abezy's more like the aggressor, like he's kind of like that entry fragger sub, and then Simp is kind of like the roam slayer sub. Right, so there's different roles and different play styles.
Bro, didn't Abezy get #1 ranked in World War II on 2 different accounts?
Yeah, 100%.
Damn.
You know how
Yeah,
crazy that is?
he's
insane.
insane.
Play one account, get it to #1. Play another one and get it to #1.
That's how he came up. Like he came up through like kind of that. Like he was playing at an amateur team at the time. I found him through like the rank play stuff because I was always playing him in rank.
Yeah.
And we really wanted him, bro. Going into Black Ops 4, we really wanted Abezy, and at the time, FaZe didn't want to spend the money to grab him.
How much was he asking for?
Bro, it wasn't a lot. I mean, it was probably like maybe 30-40 grand, which at the time
For the
like,
year?
to buy him from the team he was on.
Okay.
Right, so like in order to get him from that team, like probably like 30-40 racks.
Y'all would have
which,
made it back easy.
in my opinion, I was like, bro, you could take that for my pay. For I don't give a fuck. Like, I really wanted to play with Abezy. And then we ended up not being able to get him, and then it was either without Abezy, it was either methods or accuracy. And it's like, man, just flip the fucking coin, man. I said, just flip the fucking coin, man. I really wanted Abezy, bro.
You're funny. You and Matt this,
You
bro.
know,
You be teasing him.
Because I was like, it's not, and Tony's a great player.
Yeah.
But we needed a sub, like a submachine gun
For
player.
sure.
And
Abezy's
Methods
dope.
is an AR player, Accuracy's an AR player. So like, you know, it wasn't like what we needed, right? So at the time, it was just kind of like, damn, like I was like, fuck. man. Like,
Fuck.
and then that's when we didn't qualify. Our team was kind of ass, and then that's when I joined OpTic as a sub, right? That's kind of how all that happened. And then we got back into the league, right? We ended up getting back in there, and you know, we started competing again. But crazy how things unfold, bro. It's crazy.
I think I had a question. So, because I'm a fan of the CDL, like I watch it occasionally, but I don't know like the storylines and like even the pay of it or anything. I know you kind of shared a bit about like one of the contracts you got at one point. This is a two-party question. Number one, for you specifically, what is your pay looking like as a pro versus after you retire and become a content creator? And you don't have to be like specific numbers.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm making way more cash now as a content creator. I mean, the content creator cash is like crazy, bro. I mean, it depends how big of a creator you are too, right? Like I feel like depending on how many viewers you're getting, right? Like that, obviously that stuff adds up, but that's why it's important to build a brand, right?
sure.
Like you got to make sure you're building your brand and you know, kind of building that aspect of it, whether it's uploading clips and videos and stuff like that.
100%.
But as a pro player, you're not really making that much unless you're like one of the best, right? Like you got, in order to get a good contract, like you have to be like a top of the line player to the point where.
How much is that, a top of the line player?
I'd say top of the line is making $250, you know, a year. Like 200 for just salary, right? Like just
like
salary
today
alone.
also.
I feel like
Today also.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I feel like it should be way more.
Well, some players are on like 400, right? Like 400. Some players
Like who? Like who's a player you think in your head, like hypothetically, is on 400?
Well,
Or
see,
who
that's,
should be?
Who should be HyDra? Get that motherfucker $500,000 or something. That guy's good. You know, the problem is right. You look at a team like Atlanta FaZe, right? You can't give them all
Max contracts.
max
Are there
contracts.
caps and stuff?
There was at the time. There's only there's a minimum. So minimum everybody, like you have to get $50K a year. Like you can't go under that.
Okay.
Right. So like that's the minimum.
And that's like even if you're a sub, you get 50 bands.
Yes. Even if you're a sub, you get 50
How much is
bands.
that a month? What is the math on that?
I'd say probably less than 5K a month. Because 5K a month is 60K a year.
Oh, okay. So like what, like 4,300 or something like that?
Yeah, around
Yeah.
there.
So it's not bad. You
Hey,
know.
It's livable for sure. Livable.
Yeah, and then on the side you do other things, right? You
Yeah.
can stream, make
That's why
content.
content's so important.
Yeah, 100%. So I don't think there's a cap. Like there might be a cap, but there's ways around it. You know how it is with
for sure, of
contracts. You know,
course. Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
they give you a second contract or something.
Yeah,
and,
a little
you know,
sponsor here and
yeah,
there.
like sponsors and stuff. Like there's ways around it for
sure.
sure. But yeah, I feel like so with the FaZe guys, you can't give them all the max, so you kind of have to level them out a little bit with their contracts. But that's a good thing because you have a godlike team, and think about all the money in the prize earnings, right? Like FaZe.
I
look at
can't
the
even
FaZe
imagine.
boys.
I can't even imagine the prize earnings.
that's
Oh, bro, I won an
right.
event when I was 18. We made like 2,500 each, like 10K. Now you win an event, you're making, bro, they're playing for 1.8 million prize pool at EWC, right? Like prize pools are so
Yeah, how
big
much
now.
did FaZe take home for winning that? What was the first place? Was it
I
800K?
think first place was like 200 each, maybe 200K each. I don't know
Just
the
for
exact.
EWC, by the way. This is after champs. All that they go
Yeah,
to
this
EWC.
is just one event. It's just
one event. They
event.
made 200 bands.
Yeah, like they make like events now. Like the prize pool is insane, bro. Like I look at my esports earnings, right, and I'm like, damn, these fools are lucky now. Like we
Yeah.
paved the way for these guys. Like they're getting cash now. Like when I was winning events, the prizes weren't like that, right? The prize
That's
pools
just
weren't
the
like
that's just the ecosystem in general with gaming. I feel like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like even like Rain and them talk about like being uploading videos, being in FaZe back then. They go, bro, the brand deals that the creators get now, like
Yeah, it's crazy.
crazy.
It's nuts, dude. It's honestly nuts, right? Like it started small, and just to see where it's at now, it makes me think like what's gonna be in another 10 years, right?
Dude,
Like, what's
right?
like is EWC gonna
Yeah.
be 5 million prize pool? Like what's the prize pool?
That's
gonna look
that's a
like?
whole different like ball. Like they came in like how long has EWC been around?
Last year was the first year, so the second year's coming up, right?
Bro, they
Second year.
put like 70 million into EWC.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I don't even think that's like. I don't even think they're hurting.
And
for
Call of
that.
Duty.
Yeah,
And
literally.
the thing is, EWC wants to probably put more money into COD specifically, but bro, Activision won't let them. Damn. They won't let them go any more than what they do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like for other games like Fortnite, it is like 5 M's, 6, 7 M's or something like that.
Fortnite's another game, right? Like that's what people say. Like if you're growing up, why play COD? Go play Fortnite, right? There's so much money invested into it. There's so much money there to win
To be
up for
had,
grabs,
yeah.
right? So
got clicks at 17 million at fucking 18 years old.
Yeah, exactly. You look at clicks, and he's got and they support them,
He
right?
got his icon skin.
He just got an icon skin, right?
I don't
today.
want to talk about that, bro. I hate it.
And like, bro, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, we need that support. Like, we need that.
Like, why does
support.
Scump not have his skin in COD, bro?
That's crazy. He got a skin in Off the Grid, and I'm like, dude, he should have a skin in COD. He should have got a skin in COD.
He should have got a skin when he
years ago.
retired.
Yeah,
When he
he should have had it
retired.
years ago, and it would have done really well. Would have done incredibly well.
What?
You know, yeah, dude. Honestly, bro, so many questions. I don't even know where to start to answer them. You know, it makes no sense. The possibilities are endless, right? It's crazy.
Crowdfunding. We've always talked about Call of Duty with crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding's another one, right? Like, you do a crowdfunding. I mean, it could be anything. It could be a camo or skin or something, or a T-shirt or something.
That's
like
an extra couple M's on the joint.
100%, brother, and that makes things more interesting, right? I mean, it's just gonna add to the viewership. When you play for more money, I mean, you're probably gonna get more viewership, right? More eyes on you.
Talent, more everything just kind of
100%.
rises.
Yeah, for sure. So
You know what crowdfunding is? It's like so like what game does it? Like League of Legends does it.
Okay.
So basically you buy in-game items in-game and some of it goes towards the prize pool for competitive.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
so
That's
cool.
why those esports are so crazy. Like that's one of the reasons why. It's because they're all crowdfunded.
So Activision just keeps it.
Basically, yeah.
yeah, they pretty much just keep
Literally.
There seems to be a common denominator in all the
I mean, listen,
problems.
Yes.
In my opinion, with Activision, like, they make so much money. I don't understand why they even care that much if they throw a little bit more money to, like, support some of this stuff, right? Like, they're $1 billion company. I mean, we're talking a B here, man. Like, we're talking
Multiple
billions.
Bs.
Come
What?
on, bro.
For
like,
sure.
you know, you throw. I mean, a couple M's can go a long way. You know what I mean?
Like who sits at that desk and goes, man, let's try to like make a COD with the least amount of money.
Right.
Bro, make a dope ass game.
Just make that you have the money to do whatever you want, right? And at that point, it comes to a point where it's like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's hit the fan. Right now, it's hit the fan.
Yeah.
Like they've already hit that shit. Like at least from the Warzone side, maybe not. Black Ops 6 was actually a good multiplayer. I had a blast playing that shit for like a month and a half. Like it was super fun. But on the Warzone side, it hit the fan, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, even the cheating in ranked for multiplayer.
Terrible.
Bro,
it's ruining the
insane.
game. It's ruining the game. Hackers have run rampant, dude. I mean, it's honestly like, you can't play the game. You can't play. Like, I haven't played ranked in forever. I'll hop on every once in a while, and I still get up. I still play against hackers when I get on, right? Like, I'm still, and there I am,
That's
fucking cooking them
demoralizing.
on a headset, right? Cooking them and shit. And it's like, bro, these people don't care, bro. Like, it's just hackers everywhere. Warzone too, right? There's hackers
Bro,
on Warzone.
Warzone ranked
Brother.
is like they did the thing with the console only shit. So that was actually pretty. They should just go back to console, bro.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
what do you think about that? Do you think like PC gaming has ruined Call of Duty?
Yeah, so I like PC gaming if you're playing at like the events and stuff, because you get the higher quality, the higher frames, right? But anything online should be console, right? So
agree.
for instance, challengers like the amateur space in COD right now is played on PC, but I think that should all be on console, right? Even like ranked play, right? Like if ranked play was all console, then you know I feel like we wouldn't see any hackers. We might see a few people, I don't know, jailbroken PlayStation,
Some bullshit, but nothing crazy. Yeah,
nothing like this. I mean, people are fucking buying hacks for $10, you know, and downloading them. And dude, I see these motherfuckers streaming on TikTok. I'm like, look at this fucking guy streaming on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Buying everybody.
So I'm like, dude, fuck. But you know, it'd be like that, bro. That's why I try and do other stuff with my community. You know, I'll do like AIDS.
GTA, you do like
you play
GTA.
GTA.
Yeah,
I've seen those streams.
I'll transfer outside of, but I'm talking about like in COD, right? I'll do like 8s and stuff, or like coaching series and stuff, like a lot of private match stuff. So we get away from the hackers and we can have our own fun in the private matches, you know. But yeah, I actually started a GTA server.
Yeah, I want to ask you, bro, because like what you do like that, like for me, you know, I played Call of Duty all my life, and then Warzone came out, and I transitioned to that. But I've always been a person where, you know, I don't know. Like people always tell me to play a new game, and it's really simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's do I want to create content on it? If I don't want to create content on it, then I don't want to play it. That's
Right.
like the number one. Obviously, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but like. And sometimes I'm just like nervous to jump into a new game. Like Marvel Rivals came out. obviously it's like something like you can't just switch and expect your viewership to just go up.
Right.
It's a constant, like you got to be on every day.
Right.
Make content on every day. You know what I mean? To
100%.
kind of get a boost.
Yep.
What would you give advice as far as like even if somebody like I'm just asking for me personally, like just like playing a different game, like playing GTA with the new one coming out.
Yep.
Like how was it from switching your community over from COD to GTA?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely take a viership hit, right? Like, I'll usually, like, transfer my viewers into it, right? So, like, if I'm doing, like, the flank, right? We'll do the flank, and then we'll play some COD, and then I'll be, all right, for the last couple hours, right? We'll hop into, like, GTA, or we'll play, right? I've been on a big Rocket League gimmick. Like, I've been playing a lot of Rocket League. So I'll just, like, slowly, like, whittle them into it, right? To the point then once, you know, people start enjoying it and start messing with it, right? Then I'll start doing it more. But if you're not having fun on it and not enjoying it, I recommend not doing it, right? Like, I love playing GTA. I love playing Rocket League. When I'm having fun, I feel like the chat's having fun, right? So, like, if it's a game where it's, like, you're generally not enjoying it, then
Yeah, like Rivals, people kept telling me to play it, but I'm like, bro, I hopped on it, I'm like, I can't play this for 8 hours.
Yeah. I mean, it's a different type of game. I mean, that's like Overwatch type shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's just definitely a different way of playing, right? It's a lot of teamwork, and you got healers and DPSs and
I'm
shit.
saying like as a viewer, for me, I have to also like to watch the game.
Yeah.
I can't watch a game like Rivals. There's too much going on.
There's a lot going on. You got to know what's happening, right, in order to watch it. But I'm a big CS guy. I like to watch CS.
That's cool, yeah, for sure. The only reason I
bro.
don't like it is just the controller. I can't play controller on it.
Oh, on CS you're saying? Yeah. You're a controller guy.
So
You're a
it's like
console
that. Like it's like I gotta like the game. I play controllers. So many variables. Maybe I'm making excuses, but overall, it's just like even I was talking about. I think I was talking to Jay about GTA coming out, and I'm like, yeah. I mean,
You gotta get on GTA. Right?
no, it's gonna be hype. Everyone's gonna be excited for it and stuff like that. But it's like, will I have fun and will I have that dopamine rush?
Right.
COD provides that like. That
dope, yeah.
That dope,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, you feel good when you're playing.
You know,
it.
you feel what I'm
it's
saying?
fun. It is a lot of fun. I mean, everybody's different, right? It's
Yeah.
opinionated.
Like Tim can have fun on any game.
Yeah, Tim plays everything. I feel like he's like a Marvel streamer now, though.
No,
plays a lot of Marvel.
he's fully into it. But
You
it's
know,
like
he loves it.
I need the dopamine. And I don't know. It's just like a story game can't really do it for me. Like if I go play Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'll be honest.
Like,
I've tried doing that stuff.
You know what I'm saying? I can maybe see the Elden Ring a little bit just because fighting the boss and the satisfaction of winning and the dopamine of that. But I don't know, man. I would love a game where, you know, I could just transition into and I like making content on it. Because do you make content when you play GTA? Or do you just play GTA?
I'll stream it, and then sometimes, like, if we do something really cool in GTA, we'll like edit it and cut it up and upload it.
But you don't hop on and purposely think of I'm gonna make GTA content today.
Nah. I'll hop on and just have fun. You know, just have fun with the chat, stream it, and then shit will hit the fan. Something will happen, and you know, if something happens, we'll upload it. If nothing happens, then you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm usually playing GTA after I get like my usual content in.
Oh,
right?
so you don't just like hop on straight away GTA?
Rarely, unless it's like off season time. In the off season, I'll do that. But during the COD season, nah, probably not. I mean, I got too much going on with the show and the watch parties, and I do like Reddit reads and stuff. Like I got other stuff that I be doing too. So, nah. I mean, I do mainly COD, and then I'll transfer, you know, and do other stuff.
Yeah.
Off season, yeah, because I own a server now. It's been a lot of work, like behind the scenes.
Do you make money on that server?
Oh yeah. You make good money.
If you don't mind sharing, like how much do you make on a GTA server a month?
Well, it
1 month,
depends.
maybe.
It depends how popping it is. In the last 6 months, we did like 600K.
Like you made 600K?
Well, the server made 600K.
server,
So how much do you take?
Right. So you got to understand. Well, I was taking early from it, like the first 2 months. Like I was taking like a pretty hefty paycheck from it. But then like as we kept doing it, like now we're just like I want to make the server like cool, right? So
Of
like,
course, yeah.
So
we
you
have, like-
reinvest into it.
Right, we have a team of like 5 devs now, like 5-6 devs. Like they're probably in there right now in the Discord coding, getting everything
Damn.
going, like adding stuff to it, like constantly evolving the server. Plus, I got a couple other owners with me that are doing the project with me. I don't have time to like run the day to day.
Of course, yeah. What was the check like that first couple months? What was the first check like?
I'd probably say like 30, 40K. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It was good. It was good, man. It was really good.
I love that, bro.
You know, it made a lot of money. Now I'm not even pocketing from it because I'm like, just take my cut and just reinvest it back in.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really care that much. It's more just I want the server to be good. I
course.
want people to play it and compete. The first 2 months was just like, bro, we made so much money that to the point where like I mean, so we might as well take cuts. Like, we're not gonna let that money sit there, right? But now it's to a point where it's like, we want to like keep making it better, pump it up. GTA 6 is coming up.
Yeah, so are they gonna do servers with that? Like are they gonna do like like how does that work? You're investing all this into a GTA 5 server, right?
Yeah.
Does it come to a point where like, okay, maybe we stop investing because GTA 6 is coming out?
I mean, the thing is nobody knows, right? Like, we don't know how it's gonna be. Like, I know Rockstar acquired 5M. 5M is pretty much the platform where all these servers are at.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna make their own thing or just keep it 5M. I think there's probably gonna be like a year window. Like, the game's gonna drop, and I don't think we'll see like actual custom servers for about a year or two. And then after like a year or two, I think we'll start seeing custom servers and people designing their own stuff and their own shit. You know what I mean? But for the most part, like the first year, I think it'll just be people playing like the story mode and online GTA. Like, you won't see like custom servers early.
For sure.
I had a specific question for you, just to go a little bit back to the Warzone, and I kind of know the answer to it, but I want to hear it from your perspective. I went to the World Series of Warzone, and the event was awesome. Like, I really enjoyed it, but I've also been to CDL finals, and the difference was huge for me as far as not only just like viewership. What I mean by viewership is like people attending.
Passion.
Yeah, right. And like there was some storylines here and there, like people rooting for Biffle's team to lose, and then
right.
And then when they would win, some people would kind of cheer. But
wait, what was more popping, CDL or Warzone?
CDL.
Oh, CDL was more popping. Okay.
So obviously when OpTic comes out, when they get a kill, the whole crowd is going insane. It was also in Texas, so it could be like different. But I'm curious what you think of it. If I asked you right now, like, how do we make the Warzone professional scene better? Is it just going to be stuck at a certain point? Can it get better? How do you view it from the CDL perspective?
I mean, the game, right? Like, you need the game to be good.
100%.
Right? I think that's, like, the biggest thing. Because, I mean, I'll be honest, just, like, seeing what Warzone pros have to say about the game most of the time, like, it's not very positive, right? And you could probably say the same thing about the CDL side. But I think the game, and also I just think, again, just constantly doing it, it's still fairly new. Like, when did Warzone come out? Like a few years ago, right?
Yeah, but like the competitive only been around like as far as like the final LAN tournament, like 2 years, 3 years.
Like, bro, that's like
it's
early,
a baby, right?
man.
I mean,
like,
think about CDL when they first started. Like, it was little new.
Bro, we were playing in hotel rooms.
Yeah.
We were playing in hotel ballrooms
That's
when
crazy.
I was 18 years old, right? And I'm 29 now, and they're filling out venues, right? So it's like, I think you definitely just got to keep the gas pedal down, give it time. And obviously you got to keep growing the community, bro. Like, people got to keep making content, keep streaming. Like, that stuff is really important, man. That's why I talk about it on the CDL side too. If nobody sees this stuff, like even on TikTok, like, bro, I've been trying to grow the TikTok a little bit because, like, I'm an unk, dude. Like, bro, I don't know what's going on TikTok half the time, bro.
I got a couple of youngins who help me with that shit.
Yeah, dude. So, like, I'm kind of like with the TikTok, like, I don't know what's going on the TikTok side of things. Like, I've been trying to get into it a little bit over there, and I'm starting to see it more and more, like the CDL on TikTok a little bit.
I do see a little bit more too, yeah. But it's a lot of the stuff I see is like, I think a lot of people on TikTok are like content like that kind of overthink it. People just like simply just like, they don't really know about the CDL, but they just want to get better at COD, or like they don't know what a Call of Duty Pro really looks like. You know what I'm saying? So I think
a lot of casuals don't like know,
for sure.
Right? So you got to educate them, right? People might think like Warzone like pros are like the pro COD players, right? Like, they might not even know, right?
They think
like,
Biff's better than they said Scump.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Bump.
Yeah, exactly. You got to think like Scump is such a big creator. Like, there's so many people who are so big, like HyDra, for instance, right? Like, so many people on TikTok probably have no idea who HyDra is, right?
Sure.
But like, if they knew who he was, they'd probably be a big fan of him, right? So it's just like about getting yourself out there, right, and trying to build the community. I think that's what Warzone needs to keep doing, is keep building, right? Because it's still early.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keep building, and I think they'll get there. I mean, it's entertaining to watch, bro. Like, even, bro, to go back to the CDL Warzone debate, I mean, Scump literally jumped into a solo Dolo and won that shit. Right?
Legendary,
so
bro.
like,
I'll tell you right now, it was different back then, but there's no chance in doing it now.
You don't think so?
Fuck no, bro. You had like the Dan Dangler in that solo YOLO.
Yeah. True. That's true. Wait, so it's not like that anymore?
Nah, bro. There's no creators.
Oh,
it's all like before, like when he was playing and like it was early on in Verdansk, it was always creator, like Tim the Tap Man was had a team, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was in it. But now it's straight qualifiers,
Right.
like I think 4,000 teams were trying to qualify, and then it gets dwindled down from 100 down to, or it was like 150 down to 100, and it's a lot of qualifiers to get through now. So
he wouldn't even be able to do it if he even wanted to.
No,
unless
you have
he
to
went through those qualifiers.
Yes, you can't even hop in it now. You have to like actually.
Scump just jumped in that bitch.
Yeah.
Don't
get me wrong, it was definitely a crazy special. It was special for sure. But now they're so twisted, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a different ballgame now.
Yeah.
Which again, it's evolving, right? It's just gonna get better and better, and just imagine like 10 years down the line, right?
My
Like
God.
it could be crazy, right? So I can see Warzone going far, honestly. I mean, Verdain's coming out. I think he's gonna be big, right? Like as long as they keep the game right, and you guys get dev support, like you guys need support. I think it can go a long way for sure.
I agree. I wanted to ask you, like when you had your you were the first one to do the watch party, right?
Mm-hmm. In the COD space.
In the COD space,
course,
yeah. And then you retired, and then Scump started doing his watch party.
Yep.
I remember seeing people would kind of like almost try to pit you two guys against each other, like just overall, like kind of saying like maybe like Scump kind of took your sauce, whatever that may be. I wanted to ask you as far as like, I know you didn't feel a type of way about it, but like, was it just annoying to see like people like chat about it and stuff like that? Like, yo, like I got my own, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, at first I was like, people definitely like to talk and yap. Comes to the territory, being online
for sure.
and streaming and stuff like that. But when it comes to Seth, like we're always like, I've known Seth for years, dude. Like I said,
they be
18,
toxic.
19 years.
CDL
Yeah, they're toxic as
yeah.
fuck. Me and Seth we'll talk on the phone about it and be like, ignore what they're saying online.
Yeah.
Like, don't let the fans ruin like our relationship, like our friendship. You know what I
100%.
mean? Obviously, you take a viewer hit if more than one person's doing it, right? So
Yeah.
the viewers are kind of getting split up. And it's Scump, right? So it's it's not like I'm going up against like a little creator here. It's just like fucking Scump here. I'll be honest with you. The fact that I'm even in the talk with Scump's name is like an honor to me.
That's cool.
Like,
Sure. I love that perspective.
Yeah, I grew up watching Scump. Like I said, I showed my mom Scump videos, Nate Shot videos, right? And now my name's being put in the same sentence as Scump, right? So it's like, he's obviously in a whole nother realm. I mean, dude, he's when OpTic's playing, I saw him once with 100,000 viewers, right? Live, concurrent, right? So he's just like in a different like lane.
How do you even like? Can you break it down? Because you were in the scene for so long. How do you even build that type of like the green wall? I mean, how do they build that so like strong?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I just think they've been doing it for so long that just over the years, like it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and they haven't stopped, right? Like even for somebody like me, like I'm seeing how much I've done in 4 years. Like it makes me think like, all right, if we keep doing this, right, like what's it gonna look like in 10 years, right? 15 years. I mean, they were like the ones who did it like
Day one. Like
I'm talking like hotel ballrooms, team houses, right? Yeah,
Content house, bro.
I remember Scump doing the worm on the floor and shit, and him and Nate Shot like arguing and shit, right? Like the OpTic had like the content house from day one. Like that's what it's all about.
Bro.
Just they really set the path, bro. Like they really set the path and like kind of paved the way to kind of show people like how to do this. That's why I got a lot of respect for like OpTic Hex, like Hector, and all those guys over that Op. Even Nate Shot with the Thieves and all those guys. Like I always got nothing but love and respect for those guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, they've been doing it for just such a long time, bro. That's how they're able to just build such a strong community, right? So yeah, longevity for sure.
And the structure that you do with like the watch parties and stuff, when did you at what point did you realize that it was a successful like to show? Was it a big paycheck that you got? Was it a certain viewership that you hit?
Yeah, I mean, dude, even this past weekend I had like 16,000 concurrent just like watching like a match, right? A FaZe match.
Yep.
So it fluctuates based on who's playing or what's going on. But I mean, bro, you gotta understand, like I streamed for like 10 years to like 30 viewers, right?
Wow.
So like I didn't always have like these viewers. So like even when I had like 500 viewers, I was like, man, this is incredible. Like I loved it, right?
sure.
So like for me to turn on my stream every day and have thousands of people in there every day now, like
Insane.
it's just like, dude, I'm like so grateful, so blessed for it all. Like I never even like to look at the numbers and compare. Like I don't like to compare my numbers to like other people because I'm gonna have
for
more
joy, bro. It ruins everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't want to compare, right? Because I might have more viewers than somebody, but somebody else might have more viewers than me, and it's like, bro, just go on your own journey, build your own path, like stay in your own lane, build your own community, and that's what I've done, right? Like I've just kind of stayed focused on my community and what I got going on, and it's been great, bro. Like I said, my community is awesome, bro. I love my community, and I'm lucky to have them.
Yeah, I mean, as a content creator, it's kind of like with athletes in general too, like there's always a rise and fall, and like there's always like just like it's a constant. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever at the top forever.
Nope, definitely not.
Like think about like bro. I always say this. It's hard for anybody to ever beat Ninja at his prime.
Yeah.
Will that happen? Will someone beat his
Ninja's
prime one day?
prime was crazy.
Will someone
bro.
beat Ninja's prime one day? I think someone will. It's gonna take a lot though.
Yeah.
Cause that dude, I'm telling you, bro. I always say this. You want to know when somebody's in how crazy Ninja is, like how crazy his prime was, bro. If you go on Google and type in like some just Ninja interview, bro. There's interviews of Ninja on like GQ or whatever.
Yeah.
That have 30 million views.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Do you know how insane that is, bro?
Yeah.
A1 tier celebrities
nuts,
can't
dude.
even do that, bro.
I mean, he was like the first one to play with like Drake at the time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
kind of. I still remember the clip when he's like, "Chad, I don't know if you know, but you got a free Twitch Prime sub, right?" And the fucking chat just lit up, just fucking like crazy. But I mean, you're seeing it. I mean, it's also just like new gen now. I mean, you're seeing it with Kai,
yeah,
Speed,
again, yeah.
and it's just like a different type of content,
Just
right?
it just keeps evolving. It just keeps
Yup.
changing.
Keeps changing, keeps evolving, and that's the thing, right? What's next, right? Like what's the next chapter, right? So it's constantly changing.
I hope. I mean, I feel like I always say it comes back to gaming, because I think it's just one of those things where Twitch is kind of just what it's like. I mean, just chatting is obviously dominating, but like
Right.
it always comes back when there's a good game out. Everybody's eating.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
When there's a big viral new game, everybody's cooking. The whole gaming scene's up.
Yep.
Everybody's, you know what I'm saying? So right now, I think that thing is going to be obviously the GTA. Like when that rises, everything else rises with creators, whether you're playing it or not.
Right.
Because there's a bunch of new people just get introduced to gaming. You know what I'm saying? On Twitch. Now they dwindle down, you know what I'm saying? And then game developers all got to make better games because GTA is just cooking everybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just gonna raise all tides. But like, bro, it's just crazy. Like, think of Ninja's prime. Like,
Crazy.
bro, it's hard to top, bro.
Facts.
It's nuts. Ninja was crazy, bro.
Playing a video game and averaging 100K viewers is actually psychotic.
Yeah, it's nuts. And the whole mixer thing happened, right? And like that was crazy because they made so much money, but I'm pretty sure they stopped streaming on Mixer like pretty fast,
Bro,
right? 'Cause it all
Ninja
fell-
made 30 M's in 6 months.
Yeah, and then he went right back to Twitch, right? And then
That's
went right back
insane.
to just making even more money on Twitch, right? So it's like,
Bro,
it's
he's just
crazy.
caking, bro. And you know the thing is, like now, like even when he does deal now, like he still goes, "Yo, I'm Ninja, the most followed on Twitch."
Uh-huh.
So you still gotta. He still eats, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Is he the most followed on Twitch right now?
yes.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
I don't. Kai's probably like 6, 7 M's off.
Okay, which Kai might get there eventually.
He will, if it, but like,
think,
but
yeah.
like, think about how like Ninja did that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that in like a 2-3 year span.
And gaming, you know.
in gaming,
100%.
20 M's.
It's nuts, dude. It's crazy.
Whether he averages 3K viewers or fucking 10K, or gets 200 viewers.
Yeah, that stuff always.
Bro, he'll
I always find that
forever
stuff
eat.
so funny. Like people would be like in the comments like fell off or like, hey, bro, you gotta understand like even 3K viewers, that's a lot of viewers.
No, it's insane.
like
Dude.
3K viewers. You're
It's like you're a top 1% streamer.
Yeah, like you're doing really, really good with 3,000 viewers, like really well. Like,
100%.
Even like 1,500, 2,000 viewers, like bro, you're doing good, like 100%. Like I said, I streamed with 30 viewers, 500 viewers at one point, right? So it's like, you know, to see people like doing that is crazy. I mean, I saw Kai last night at Rolling Loud. Guy had like 100,000 viewers, just like having a good time, bro. I seen Kaysan on stage.
Yeah, I saw
this
that.
old motherfucker on the stage, man. Get Uncle off the stage, man. But that was cool, man. It was cool seeing Kaysan up there with Kai
100%.
and them and all with over 100,000 viewers. Like those guys are killing it, bro. Like they're in a whole nother lane and they're doing their thing for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, we gotta end now, but I guess before we end, I just wanted to ask you one last question.
Yeah.
What are your plans as far as just content in the future, right? Like, do you have any plans or are you just kind of riding the wave? Like, obviously, Call of Duty is your main game that you do content around, but do you ever have thoughts of maybe moving to another game, ever quitting or like retiring fully? Like, I'm curious to hear what you...
Yeah, so obviously want to keep building the flank. Like, it would be cool to turn the flank into, like, all esports one day instead of just COD, right? Like, get every
Like an
single
actual
esport.
org, like an org, or what do you mean?
Kinda like a yeah, pretty much
esports kind of show, kind of.
Yeah, like a brand, right? Like
Okay.
think about like I don't know, Zerto, right? They're like a news source, right?
Gotcha.
Or Barstool, right? That's actually a perfect example.
That's a perfect example.
Okay, Barstool for sports. I want the
For
flank
esport-
to be the
Barstool
Barstool
for
of esports.
esports.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Right, so like I talk about that all the time, like transitioning, but I gotta find the right people for different esports. Like
sure.
I come from the COD space, but I need to find the right people to represent the brand in
Like
whatever
be a
esport.
flank on the League of Legends.
Right. Or CS:GO flank, right?
Yeah.
Hosted by Kerrigan, right?
That's
Like, you know
cool,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I like that.
So just trying to figure out different ways to expand there, but for the most part, I just want to keep making content, keep doing my streams, keep making YouTube videos, like doing everything that I'm doing. I think the biggest thing right now is just like investments as well. Like I can't do this forever, right? Like one day I want to start a family, you know, have kids, and you know, I know that my time's gonna be limited. So I'm not going to be able to do it forever. So I think it's important right now to just keep the gas pedal down, enjoy it while I'm here, right?
I love that.
Enjoy the process, and you know, maybe eventually one day take a step back off the camera and do more stuff behind the camera.
That's dope.
From a more business perspective. There's an ongoing joke with my child that I'm a businessman, right? I try and think about it as a business,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And maybe expand the flank, and maybe start dipping and diving into other content. Like the GTA server is one thing. I've done some IRL stuff when traveling to some of these COD events, but it'd be cool to do other IRL stuff. Talking about my dad in Italy, I've talked about doing IRL with my pops.
Let me
in
show you
Italy.
Positano, bro. I actually show you this place, bro.
It's probably beautiful over there.
Bro,
It
what?
just sounds beautiful.
It's just the name just sounds.
Yeah, I've been to Italy like 4 or 5 times when I was younger, and I only know the one spot that my family's from because that's just where we always go, right?
Yeah.
So I would love to explore Italy because I've never done it.
It's a coastal city.
Oh yeah, see, honestly, it looks a lot like Calabria where I'm from.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like that. It's like a lot of hills on the beaches and shit.
That's so cool. I gotta go one day.
I mean, Italy, bro, is just like beautiful.
Go to
bro.
summer.
I'll be fire.
And they got good food that doesn't make you feel like shit.
Bro.
We got a lot of processed food here.
Because I went to Rome. For a couple of days, and then I went to that place for like a couple of days, bro. I rented a little scooter, was just driving on a
it's a
little
vibe,
highway.
dude. It's a vibe
I
for
love
sure.
Italy, bro. I love Italy.
100%. I gotta make a trip, bro. It's funny that you said something because my family's been
Yeah,
pushing me.
bro, your family's from there, bro.
Yeah, my whole family speaks Italian. They're all from Italy, off the boat, right? So my dad lives in Italy, so
Perfect.
you know, I gotta go down there for sure, and I gotta learn a little bit of Italian too. My chat always says I'm a fake Italian because I don't speak it.
Yeah.
You don't speak it at all?
A little bit. I mean,
okay,
with
okay.
I speak it like little words here or there. I get by with my family,
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
my
yeah.
brother Francesco's walking around fluent Italian. My dad's fluent Italian. My mom's fluent Italian, right? So I was the youngest. I never really picked it up. Like me and like some of my younger cousins, like we never really picked it up as fast as them. But I gotta learn, man. I gotta learn. I can understand it pretty well, but
That's
speaking
cool.
it's a whole different ballgame.
Whole different
right?
Yeah,
ballgame.
for sure.
I gotta learn how to speak it, man. That's my next goal for sure.
Dude, I love this pod, bro. Thank you so much for hopping
appreciate
on,
you guys
bro.
having me, man. Thank you.
Learned
I
a
be
lot.
watching you guys on TikTok and shit, so it's cool to hop on.
Yeah, we go see
Thank
some
you,
clips
bro.
for sure. We go
Yeah.
see some clips for sure.
We have
yeah,
a
bro.
tradition where at the end of the pod, I do a quick prayer. Is that fine with you?
Yeah, 100%.
Fire. Father God, thank you so much for this pod. Thank you for allowing us to talk to ZooMaa. I pray, God, for his career, for the flank, just for his future, for his family, for his dad in Italy. We just thank you, God, for everybody watching. In your holy name we pray. Amen.